Well, Denise, we're here exclusively with ILA Local 333 President Scott Cowan. Scott, you just made the announcement to your folks. The strike is over.
Yes, the strike's over. We got a call from our international. We're going to receive a 61.5% increase over the next 6 years.
There's debris scattered across this street. As you can see, I'm holding a piece of window framing, what we believe is window framing here, sort of just exploded over to this side of the road. So that's really what is left right now. Denise, these local businesses really felt the impact when that bridge collapsed, which of course squeezed their bottom lines. Layoffs, cutbacks, even closing down were all on the table. But in the midst of chaos, creativity prevailed and a fighting spirit to stay afloat. What is the state of the state?
Yeah, I think the state of the state is resilient.
Now, it was a heroic rescue today as emergency crews had to hammer a hole through the canal wall using a sledgehammer. Officials tell us this is now considered a crime scene because one man died. Nora?
Tara Lynch, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. We are joined by Scott, the local president here of the ILA. Scott, tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here, day 3 that your men and women have been out here on the picket line.
We're out here picketing for better wages and automation protection.
Nikki and Rick, we had the opportunity to be one of the first to go through that channel this afternoon, and it is just so surreal to see not only the dolly, but also how narrow this section is and how large the vessels are that have to traverse through it. And this is what we're dealing with, snow that is packable into a ball like this. So you can grab your lacrosse stick. That spring season's gonna be here before we know it, guys. And right at my photographer, Alan, he loves it. He told me I could throw some snow at him today. A nice stranger plowed us out here at the Elma Tim Hortons on Transit Road. So, you know, I had to do a little bit of a sledding action and build a quick snowman. I'm calling him a forecast the snowman. 'Tis the season for shamrocks, Irish music, and of course Irish dancing here in Buffalo. That all began right here at the Buffalo Irish Center. Western New York began its celebrations with the 20th annual Puerto Rican and Hispanic Day Parade. There was a lot of energy and excitement. Había mucha energía y emoción on Niagara Street, which transformed into La Avenida de San Juan. Dave, this one is
that looks perfect
for you, and then we got to get the little sprinkle touch here.
Not bad, right?
Manja bon appetito, that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Many ships are still stuck at port, and the secondary channels are a little too shallow for most vessel traffic to get into the port of Baltimore. That's all happening as the cleanup and recovery mission continues. Today I went out with a tugboat captain who walked us through what a typical day would look like and what it's going to take to get back to normal.
I've been on the water for 16 years now and operating them for 8 years.
Jordan McCluskey used to begin his day driving over the Key Bridge from Sparrows Point to Curtis Bay, where he operates an assist tugboat. He guides barges from the CSX coal pier to the Brandon Shore power plant, just miles down the Patapsco. But now, this is the barge that is loaded up with coal that's just basically waiting.
Just waiting to go to the power plant.
Smaller barges can use the secondary channels, but not large ships stocked with cargo.
You can see the numbers on the side of the draft. So right there on the bow, that's at least 10 foot, and you see it down probably 3 more foot on the stern. So that's 12, 13 foot on the stern, so that's pushing it.
The main channel is much wider than the secondary options, changing how tugboats operate now.
They're a little eerie about going through them, just you don't want another accident or anything, so they're a little leery of everything.
For now, his tugboats will stay docked and McCluskey will look on.
Yeah, it's just gone. There's the ship there, all the stuff on the ship.
Waiting for the channel to clear. And you get paid per job?
Yes.
So right now, no jobs, no money?
No, ma'am.
As you take to the Patapsco River,
this is basically the main center span of Baltimore Harbor Channel.
You'll see what's left of the Key Bridge, work crews attempting to clear debris, and the dolly.
You grow up your whole life seeing that bridge, you just get used to it, and now not to see it, it's just a surreal feeling. It's just sad for everybody, so hopefully it just gets back rather quick and everybody can go about their everyday life.
There's still a lot of uncertainty as to when tugboats like this can get back out on the water. Jordan McCluskey says his company's just going to have to wait until that main channel is clear. For now, reporting in Curtis Bay, Tara Lynch, WJZ. As the field gets painted and the seats cleaned off, there are people from all over Maryland working at M&T Bank Stadium to make sure it's ready for the Ravens home opener. But it's the hometown team up in the rafters that you don't see that makes your game day experience unforgettable.
When we're in the stadium, we're working. Everything that we do is geared toward getting a win.
There's nothing like a game day atmosphere. Fireworks, smoke, and loud cheers from fans. Image engineering in Curtis Bay might look like any old warehouse from the outside, but on the inside, teams are designing pregame displays for dozens of sports teams, including their Baltimore Ravens.
Having home field advantage is really a big deal. So it's really special for us to be able to provide that excitement, provide the fireworks. I mean, when one of our Ravens catches the ball, crosses into the end zone, scores a touchdown, the fireworks are going off, the fans are celebrating. I mean, right there, we got a thing going on.
Being a part of the game day experience means constantly evolving. Image engineering started with the team by creating a laser light show in the late 90s to open the stadium. Now they've worked with the team for 20 years, designing the player intros and fireworks displays.
When they see the Ravens come out from a graveyard with the smoke and the ominous music and all of that, we really want to get in the heads of the opponent and get the fans in the game so that we can really bring a victory to M&T Bank Stadium.
Teams from the company work in stadiums from coast to coast on various games and concerts, but they say there's something special about staying right here in Baltimore.
We do have 18 clients in the NFL that we do similar activities for, but I can tell you that working here in Baltimore, I'm Baltimore born and bred. This is so special for us to be able to do this for our home team. You feel a lot more than just making sure that your work is coming off properly.
On any given game day, there's more than one hometown team gearing up for kickoff and getting ready to give you a show. For now, reporting at M&T Bank Stadium, Tara Lynch, WJZ. It's really the same scene, I think, across the entire state. Of course, I'm standing inside of a tree right now that is in someone's front yard here on Bartholomew Road in the Eldersburg-Sykesville area. This yard has two massive trees down. This is a long cleanup ahead. You can just see that damage across so many neighborhoods, and that includes this massive tree. We showed you that tree trunk at 4 o'clock. This is the root structure. You can see I'm 5'3", and this is just huge. We just heard from the neighbor. They heard it crackling for about 30 seconds before a major thump on the ground that shook their whole house. So a lot of cleanup still to do here tonight. And we are here, we're just shoveling out, helping some neighbors out here, shoveling a sidewalk. Now Sutton was doing some tricks earlier. I don't know if she'll, yep, love the hops. And Chris, what has it been like here today, this afternoon, just dealing with the snow?
It's been kind of heavy, but it's not.
Hockey, big here in Buffalo. Here we go. This is how thick it is, and it is just sticking to the wall, and it is not going anywhere. But they're trying to get this full length and width of the road plowed because we have a Josh Allen amount of snow. I am standing on a 6-foot snow mound. We had about 6.5 feet fall. That's just how tall Josh is. Then when you factor in those blustery and those conditions and the temperature, we're talking about Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde temperatures, 21, 23 degrees. The feels like temperature well into the teens with this wind coming off of the lake. Good evening, Adriana. This part of the country is used to snow, and lots of it from November well into the spring. But they rarely see anything like this massive, deadly storm that so far has killed at least 2 people. I'm here in Orchard Park, where in some places the snow is easily a foot taller than me, and it even towers over the Buffalo Bills' 6'5" quarterback, Josh Allen. It is a food desert here. So this is where people come. They walk here. They come here to gather and to meet and to hear the news from each other. So this Tops is more than just a grocery store. But I've been telling you one story since we first came on the air, and it was about this man here, Grady Lewis. You were in that Tops earlier this afternoon. We're going to get to that story. But you told me just a few moments ago that you actually spoke with the suspect yesterday. He was here. Tell me more about that.
I seen him and he looked strange in the neighborhood.
I did notice you just delivered some terrible news to residents, and unfortunately that is part of your job tonight. So walk me through what that is like, because you have to have your political hat on, but you're a neighbor as well.
You know, I think sometimes it's hard to have all these hats on.
Ruta Bay Mount Olive Baptist Church was full of people honoring the life of Ruth Whitfield. Among the crowd, Vice President Kamala Harris, who said the true measure of strength is not just based on the people you beat down, but it is based on the people you lift up. Good morning, Western New York. Thanks for waking up with us on this Friday. I'm Tara Lynch. All right, let's begin with a first look at that forecast. Mike Psycho, we got a lot going on this weekend, and we got a big Monday with the Bills home opener. You got a lot of pressure on your shoulders right now.
Yeah, I know. You know, I wish I had a better forecast for that Monday time frame.
The Erie County Sheriff's Office found a note left behind by Eric Burgum, a father of 4 who shot and killed his wife and parents and then took his own life. Law enforcement is looking for a motive in yesterday's stunning shooting spree. Mark Talley is remembering his mother, Geraldine, who was killed in the racist mass shooting at the Tops on Jefferson Avenue. He made sure families on Buffalo's east and west sides had a hot meal this Thanksgiving. And I'm Tara Lynch. Over the past several weeks, we've had the honor of meeting just a few of the many people in the Latino and Hispanic communities here in Western New York.